Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, and their $50 million defamation suit, explained. Why Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are both accusing each other of domestic violence. America is watching the defamation trial of Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard in Fairfax, Virginia, and America appears to be deeply confused by it. Vanity Fair reports that as court TV broadcasts the trial, it has doubled its daytime ratings. Hashtags associated with the trial have repeatedly trended across Twitter, as viewers watch and discuss the celebrity case of the year, its messiness, its scandal, the glamorous movie stars at its heart, and the question of what to believe and how much. This is a murky, perplexing trial. While it's technically a defamation trial over a newspaper article, with Depp suing Heard, at its center is one big conflict. Amber Heard says Johnny Depp abused her. Depp says Heard abused him. So what's the truth? While there's compelling evidence that there was violence on both sides of this marriage, it's not quite so clear that the evidence supports Depp's story, or that he has much of a shot at winning this case. What Depp does have is the stronger public profile. Though it's been over a decade since he put out a true critical hit, he's delivered enough acclaimed work over the course of his long career to earn himself a fair amount of goodwill. The star of hits like Edward Scissorhands, Donnie Brasco, and the many, many Pirates of the Caribbean sequels, Depp has been nominated for 3 Oscars and been named People's Sexiest Man Alive twice. For a while, at least, he was one of those people who are so bankable that they seem able to get away with anything, a white man who is also a true A-list sex symbol. He was up there in the upper echelon, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Johnny Depp. As Depp's film career declined over the course of the 2010s, his personal and financial troubles began. In 2017, Depp sued both his longtime business managers and his entertainment lawyer, claiming they had mismanaged his finances. An infamous Rolling Stone profile from this period paints Depp as a fading and deluded icon, cut off from reality by his money, his fame, and copious amounts of drugs. He is, Rolling Stone declared brutally, a punchline, bankrupt, isolated and one more mistake away from being blackballed from his industry. Heard, on the other hand, was just beginning to approach the point of becoming a household name when she first met Depp on the set of The Rum Diary in 2009. Over 20 years younger than Depp, she had her first major job as a supporting character in the 2008 Judd Apatow stoner comedy Pineapple Express. When The Rum Diary came out in 2011, it was a sign that she was entering a new phase of her career, playing the love interest of A-listers. From there, Heard went on to play major roles in 2015's Magic Mike XXL, and The Adderall Diaries. And in 2017, she was cast in her biggest role to date as Mera, the Queen in DC Comics' Aquaman franchise. All this is to say that when these two figures met, and throughout their marriage, Johnny Depp was a known quantity to the American public. Amber Heard was very much not. Moreover, their relationship coincided with Depp's long and very public downward spiral. By 2012, Depp and Heard had split up with their respective partners and begun dating each other. In 2014 they got engaged, and in 2015, they got married. Then, in 2016, Heard filed for divorce. 4 days later, she filed a request for a restraining order. Everything else would follow from there. Here is your guide to the trial of Johnny Depp versus Amber. What we know, what we don't know, how everyone involved is spinning their narrative, and what it all means for the future of how we talk about gendered violence in the post-Me Too world. Who is suing whom and why? Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation because of an op-ed she published in the Washington Post in 2018. In the op-ed, headlined "I spoke up against sexual violence, and faced our culture's wrath." That has to change. Heard never mentions Depp, but she refers to herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Depp and his lawyers have argued, and a judge has agreed, that Heard is clearly implying that Depp abused her over the course of their year-long marriage. Heard first publicly accused Depp of domestic violence in May 2016 when, days after filing for divorce, she requested and received a temporary restraining order on the grounds of domestic violence. Depp's lawyer promptly issued a statement saying that Heard was lying, attempting to secure a premature financial resolution by alleging abuse. When the pair eventually reached an out-of-court divorce settlement in August 2016, Heard withdrew her request for a permanent restraining order. The pair also issued a joint statement that bizarrely made the claim that neither of the contradictory statements each made about each other were true. On the one hand, there was never an intent of physical or emotional harm, so Depp wasn't abusive, and on the other, neither party has made false accusations for financial gains. So Heard wasn't lying for a better financial settlement. In what appeared to be a move meant to back up the second half of that joint statement, Heard, who reportedly got $7 million in the settlement, announced that she would donate her settlement to charity, dividing it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. This will come up again later. The announcement seemed to be sending a signal. Heard couldn't have been lying about Depp abusing her for money, because she didn't get any money out of the divorce. What motivation for making her accusation could she have, unless it were true? Depp, meanwhile, kept working. In December 2016, it was announced that he would play a key role in the Harry Potter spin-off franchise Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. After the divorce settlement, it seemed poised to melt away like a piece of cultural ephemera, a vague memory that America largely agrees to wince away from and just not talk about too loudly, like Rob Lowe's sex tape. Then, in October 2017, the first accusations against Harvey Weinstein dropped, and the world changed. Suddenly there was intense outrage around the idea that powerful men all over Hollywood were abusing women, and getting away with it. The idea that Johnny Depp's ex-wife felt the need to get a restraining order against him was abruptly very powerful. It's in that atmosphere that Heard was named Ambassador on Women's Rights for the ACLU, and in that capacity that she wrote her op-ed in December 2018. 3 months later, in March 2019, Depp filed a defamation lawsuit against her seeking $50 million. In January 2021, Heard countersued for $100 million. The trial currently taking place is Depp's lawsuit against Heard. Perhaps more confusingly, this case is something like a do-over. In 2018, Depp sued the executive editor and publisher of the British tabloid The Sun for libel after it referred to him as a wife-beater in an article, bringing the case to the notoriously more plaintiff-friendly British courts. When Depp's suit against The Sun went to trial in London in 2020, the burden was on The Sun to show that its statement about Depp was correct. Despite the odds stacked against it, the newspaper, which called on Heard to detail 14 instances during which she said Depp abused her, succeeded. The judge accepted that Mr. Depp put her in fear of her life, and soon after Depp announced that he had been asked to resign from the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Because Depp sued The Sun, however, and not Heard, that verdict wasn't grounds to dismiss Depp's suit against Heard. You can watch part 2 in our channel.